What if the best thing a city can offer you is a language you don't understand? Summer in Tokyo, the kind of heat that sticks to you the second you step outside. I'm in one of the busiest districts in the world right now, and somehow I found the one quiet corner. I keep doing that. Wherever I go, I end up looking for the still version of a place. I grew up between two countries, Spain and Portugal. Two nationalities, two languages at home. Sounds like a good thing until you realize it means you don't fully belong to either. In Spain, I was a Portuguese kid. In Portugal, I was a Spanish one. Being different was uncomfortable for people. You fit in, or you deal with the consequences. A comment here, a look there, years of it. I wanted to leave since I was a kid, because I could feel there was a version of me that didn't have permission to exist there. Omoide Yokocho, Memory Lane. One of those places that feel like it's been here forever. Tiny bars squeezed next to each other, old wood, faded signs. It is funny, when I finally left home and moved abroad, the thing that changed me most wasn't the new country. It was not understanding the language. I just noticed it one day. I felt lighter, and I couldn't figure out why. It took me a while to get it. Growing up, I was always on alert. Always listening. Always paying attention to what people might say. That's what you learn when words have been used against you your whole life. Family Mart stop. Grab something cold. Keep going. Nobody noticed. Nobody cared what I picked. And that's the thing. When you move somewhere and you can't understand the language, all that scanning stops. And in that silence, for the first time, I could breathe. found this place by accident. Just followed the road until it turned into steps and trees. Tokyo does that. Tuck things away for people who wander. Sitting down, drink in hand, nowhere to be. This is where it gets personal. When the noise outside stopped, I started hearing something I had never felt before. Myself. What I actually think. What I actually need. What I actually feel. I had spent so long focused on everybody else that I never really checked in with me. Not because I didn't care about myself, because there was never enough quiet to do it. Living abroad gave me that quiet. And slowly, in that space, I started meeting the person I actually am. I don't want to romanticize this too much though. Not understanding people around you is not an answer. It's shelter. And I needed that shelter for a long time. I'm working on that now. Learning to be open again without the old guard running. To be curious about people without flinching. There's this garden hidden between office buildings. No sign. No one sends you here. I think the things that matter most are like that. They don't announce themselves. They wait for you to slow down. Ni-chome. If you know, you know. A neighborhood of small bars where people come as they are. Karaage and sake tonight. Simple, warm. You know, sitting here, eating, not rushing anywhere. This is when it hits me. That not understanding a language became one of the most healing things in my life. And I think that says something bigger than my story. We don't think about it enough. The weight of what we say to each other. How a sentence someone forgets in 5 seconds can live inside another person for 20 years. And not because it was terrible, because it landed on something already bruised. We shape each other and we barely notice. I didn't learn that from a book. I learned it by walking through cities where I couldn't understand a word, and realizing the silence was giving me back something that language had taken a long time ago. So when people ask if I have learned the language, I smile. The silence was the whole point.